#1 Zed player from the Philippines. So right now, Yumi is open, by the way. Meow, meow.
And the desk called it out. Pretty sure Miko was like, hey, is X16 gonna play the cat? Well, he's got it, baby.
And remember the fact that RRQ was able to take off games from JD Gaming with the Lee Sin Yumi combo, so that is still open. Will FPX prioritize that for 7-11? Looks like that's a no.
Corki and Senna secured here for FunPlus Phoenix this time around. Scaling marksman for the side of the #1 seed from the WRL, Yezi and Xiaoma. The backline has been set, and with the powerful backline, now you need an equal powerful front line to protect them.
Exactly right, because you've got very powerful scaling, you've got a lot of healing, you've got a lot of poke. Meanwhile, for RRQ, that's the Helio special. That's the Zed that we're excited to see here for game #1 in this BO5 series. Meanwhile, that's the Varus getting picked up for Marky, which, you know, with the Thresh out of the picture, what would be the best pair? Something that can roam. We've been seeing a lot of Rakans, we've been seeing a lot of sets. As long as you have wave clear, Exosen can make the plays.
And if Helios can be enabled on the side lane, we have seen so many games. One of the most exciting games dating all the way during the play-in stage from Prusher on Furious Esports was able to turn around against JDG thanks to his efforts on the Zed. And we know that FPX, being a huge favorite in this series, if you can give comfort picks to the members of RRQ, the ones who are the underdogs in this series, that is how you can make an impression in game 1.
Yeah, and they're getting everything so far, right? But when we look at the FPX spectrum this time around, these are things that is able to be amazing at team fights, be amazing at disengaging, because RRQ, you know they want the scrappy fights, you know they want the scrappy skirmishes, and this Gragas Lei is going to help immensely to stop that from happening.
Now, paired with the Senna, this means that Lei will be taking a lot more resources, will be picking up farm. It's going to be on Xiaoma to do all the heavy lifting in the roaming. And notice here, RRQ, very aware that 0711 has had a lot of success on the Jax, on the Kha'Zix, something that he wants to scale up on. But FunPlus Phoenix, taking a book from Nova Esports, especially with Long on his performance of Lee Sin, now 0711 saying, I can also play this champion.
Exactly right. I feel like it was going to be a battle of whoever gets the Lee Sin this time around being prioritized, but no. Seems to me that Lee Sin fell a little bit here. That's going to be 0711, but here's the catch. Chaz is going to be on one of his best champions in his performances back in the WCSPH, and it has been constantly banned against him, which is this Riven.
The Riven is so huge for RRQ, and Devil J is going to play supporting cast here on the Shen. He can have a stable Baron lane during the laning phase, and then as soon as you start split pushing either with the Riven or the Zed, the Shen can join you in a moment.
And that's the 1-3-1 that we're talking about, right? You push the side lanes, and just as you mentioned, join the fight. This is the RRQ special, where they're gonna juggle both. We've even seen games where Helios is 0-0-0 in KDA, but split pushing. But that's his job, doing that big 1-4 for his team, and it has worked. But against FPX, though, again, this is a team that is very calculated, very clean, and it's so hard to penetrate their defenses.
Yeah, FunPlus Phoenix, we had suspicions that 0711, the main pillar and the main success line for FPX was going to be through how well can FunPlus Phoenix protect 0711 during the early game so that he can scale up on a carry. But he's not playing a late game scaling carry. He is playing the Lee Sin. He is going to be the bridge, and now we're shifting resources.
That should have happened. We're gonna get 15-minute games afterwards and win it 3-1.
Riku just laying out the whole game plan.
That's my prediction. That is my vision.
Look at this, though.
Sneaky.
Lanes. Oh, wait, they got the pick off.
Oh, and Devil J?
Devil J was not expecting that Xiaoma was going to show up here. Oh, but a quick flash. Xiaoma could not get the last auto attack off in time. Devil J makes it out alive, but now Fado is insanely ahead in terms of tempo.
Yeah, that's really sneaky. FPX managing to get burning a flash. That means FPX can keep setting up for this 2v1 at the top portion of the map, rather. We're expecting 0711 having to gank that lane constantly. Devil J as a Shen, you have a lot of, you know, counters against AD champions, but honestly, it's so early in the game, you have no items, no HP, no armor, you're gonna die pretty quickly.
Yeah, and it's just a great adaptation from FPX, knowing that, hey, in a Yumi lane, Exosen cannot really do anything level 1 to punish, even in a 2v1 against Lei.
Yeah.
So you get the roam timer off, Devil J's not going to expect it, and now you've already burned a summoner spell off of Devil J for Fado, so now this makes his early laning phase even easier. from this point on.
Yeah, I super agree with you. I mean, the fact that RRQ, their mission is to basically try to slow down this bleed, enable the scrappy fights later on. But the thing is, this is a really good head start.
Exactly.
One thing that I want to see for RRQ's composition work, though, is that they do not have the Lee Sin on their side. And just as right on schedule, Rafa.
And Devil J, remember, he doesn't have Flash, but Exosin reading the map movement, as Yezi was also on his way, is able to provide some relief to Devil J.
Chaz and Helios.
Chaz and Helios also collapsing, but it's going to be a 4-on-4. And FPX, they're the ones that are going to be pushing RRQ away from the jungle quadrant as, Devil J, do you really want this fight? There's still 3 people here. Remember, Devil J does not have Flash. The damage is enough from FPX for first blood, and Exosin has got nowhere else to run.
Wow.
Beautiful dive from FunPlus Phoenix. It's a double for 0711.
And again, FPX's patience has been paying off. And when we look at the previous matches from this team, they're very patient, they're very slow, they're waiting for the team fights, the big 5v5s. And now?
Oh, Helios, I can hear him popping off. He's looking for it. Whoa, Helios, the Zed Master. This is how he grinded the solo queue ladder back in his early days, the #1 champion that he spammed, and he's already showing on the world stage why you cannot give him that champion.
Yeah, nicely done, right? The Zed was going to be important in this draft. Helios was able to get that, and even getting 1 kill on the team for RRQ. That is a very, very good sign, meaning Yedzi should be careful, should get Stasis Enchant, and so far, so good for Helios.
Oh, we got some downtime. 2 minutes away from neutral objective spawn. We're all the way, like, a solid, what, like 20 feet away from the players?
Uh-huh.
And as soon as I heard Helios popping off, I was like, oh, a solo kill's about to happen.
He's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's on the Zed. And right now, right, for RRQ, this is interesting to me because they have the Yuumi. And one thing that I'm a bit worried about is how do you deliver the Yuumi? It's not like it's the typical Lee Sin. It's not like the typical Camille where you can easily get in the middle of fights. This is a Riven with a lot of mobility, yes, but they're very short bursts of dashes. So that is my main concern here.
Yeah.
I mean, they do have the Shen. I assume this is gonna, Devil J will be the main delivery system for the cat to go rawr.
You know, whoa. Okay, 0711 saying, hey, back off.
Yeah.
This tower is ours. It is right on time at 4 minutes, so the turret resistances have fallen. They've gotten a solid 1,500 damage off of the turret. They don't kill it quite yet. Devil J still has Flash to play with, but so much pressure already. It's under fire.
And what's going to happen here is FPX gets a lot of gold infusion in their team, and then they move to Rift Herald. Because of that gold, they win that fight. And now I love this from RRQ, though. They're responding as well on their end to even up the map state, and therefore RRQ has to make sure that they lay their ults properly in the Rift Herald fight. Because we know, although Infernal Drake has spawned, there is 2 options here. Either you trade, because FPX, when it comes to 5v5s, they're the better team. They are the best team when it comes to team fighting from the WRL, and that is scary. If you want to win against FPX in 5v5s, you have to have a 10k gold lead, a 5k gold lead. At this point where
you gotta slap them with a thicker wallet.
Exactly, Rafa. So if you do that, you're gonna be in trouble here.
RRQ able to at least even up the turret score, but the slight gold lead is in favor of FPX. Neither team is really in strong position to protect an objective, but package is available. Watch out from Yezi. Great cast from the side of FPX, catapulting Chaz right into the back line. It forces a flash out of him, and now the rest of FPX, they turn to the Rift Herald, but this will see the Dragon over to RRQ.
I love this from RRQ, right? They've already burned a lot of their ults, their key ults. They know that they're not going to be well equipped to fight this Rift Herald. Let's just back away, let's just trade.
Or will they trade? Okay,
they did.
Well, Yezi has cut them off here.
Chapter.
Final chapter from Exosin, forces the package out, and it defends the turret from going down. This Rift Herald, though, if it gets the crash off, it will get another turret here. Rest of RRQ, they try to get the taunt out. Ooh, nicely done.
They're able to prevent from that charge, therefore keeping the mid lane still up. That's gonna be very important because we know that falls. 0711 is gonna keep going into the deeper ends of RRQ's jungle, so that's extremely important for RRQ to keep.
Yeah, that mid turret, Riku, you see?
I see it.
See that mid turret is like the dam that like separates FPX, which is the flood that like just starts flooding into the rest of RRQ's jungle. If that turret stands up, at least RRQ have a way to defend the jungle entrances from being completely swamped over by FunPlus Phoenix.
I agree. I agree. That's why it's so extremely important. That damn is important. So FPX now, they have a lot of scaling to work with. They've got the Fiora where no one from RRQ is able to face against Fado later on. So RRQ here is in a little bit of a timer. They have to make sure that they get their leads
Tick-tock,
early.
tick-tock.
Tick-tock, tick-tock is ticking, definitely. And right now, for RRQ, again, as long as they get the scrappy fights, they'll be happy. But there's no scrappy fights, Rafa. This is how FPX is. This is FPX's game.
They're slowing down the tempo of the game. That's, as you said before, it gets really dangerous for RRQ because you want to play towards Helios and Chaz, being able to force fights. You have insane mobility on both of these champions, an assassin and a bruiser, who, in many ways, if they get ahead, the Riven does feel like an assassin with the burst damage that you get out.
Truly.
So the fact that FunPlus Phoenix are navigating the rift carefully and cautiously while still finding objective trades that are benefiting them more than RRQ is the thing that we have come to admire so much about FunPlus Phoenix. Even the fact that they've only played 4 stage games versus RRQ's 14 stage games so far in this tournament.
Exactly right.
Okay, well, Helios is going to go for the assassination on Xiao Ma. Doesn't look like enough damage still facing it, but he's got Devil J. Assassins or ninjas working hand in hand. Delivery system forcing out Fado's flash. We got another skirmish in the river here. Chaz getting last broken wings down. Exus in with the last chapter, forcing 0711 away. And Yezi bites the dust.
Remember, RRQ wants these scrappy, disconnected fights. They're getting it. They're wanting it. They want more kills. They want this tower.
Nice. Chain of Corruptions lands. Fado almost goes down, but it is Xiao Ma's Dawning Shadow that forces the opposition away.
You gotta love RRQ's strategy, right? They do have that big 1-3-1 available, and whoever is 1-3-1ing, either Chaz or Helios, then Devil J comes to the rescue as well. And you can see Exosen not exactly tagging along with the melees earlier, but it is a very good preventive measure. When you know 0711's coming at you, Fado's coming at you, then you just type, click, tap on final chapter, and let's take a look at that replay again, Rafa. It is so smooth. Again, the last stand United. Oh my word, stand United as well. As that combo is really crazy.
Yeah, the two ninjas working as an almighty duo. Yeah, hand in hand. Be cutesy with it too. The rest of RRQ, I mean, they're homeboys, right? They're all homies. They spend a lot of time, and already you can see the fan section in Qeon.
Yeah, Quezon City.
Quezon City. Okay, I don't want to butcher the name, but Quezon City,
well,
they're going wild.
Yeah.
They're supporting the Drip Kings of the Philippines.
I love that. The Drip Kings of the Philippines.
Dude, I'm telling you, the jackets.
Yeah.
And the bling that they got. Oh my god.
So good. So good.
S++ tier on jersey merch. However, FPX.
Rift Herald again.
S++ tier when it comes to team fighting and just overall control of the map. FPX already have started up the Rift Herald.
This is a 5v5. Remember, FPX is amazing at these 5v5s. This is scary for RRQ.
Yeah, you can't walk in when Yezi's got the package here. It creates a line of uncrossable territory.
Yep. It was a really dark map. Oh, Chain of Corruption's final chapter activated, though.
Yezi gets rooted up here, might be forced to use the package. Great stasis. Devil J gets knocked away by Explosive Cask, which buys enough time for Yezi to get out safely. RRQ turning towards the mid-turret. Do they catch out Fado? But he gets out. Nicely timed riposte. And once again, RRQ looking for that heavy skirmish style. FPX diffuses it completely.
And that's the thing. And this is another 5v5 incoming because 11 seconds on the clock. The Cloud Drake is about to spawn. And RRQ wants the non-objective timers to come up because that is their window to fight. Now it's 5v5 again.
Oh, super aggressively in the early game. And despite Brazil's #1 seed's efforts, FPX still managed to clutch out late game fights as we are now back into the game. 2,000 on the Dragon already. It looks like FPX should be able to secure this one. Smite comes through 0-11-11. Chain of Corruption's already used. FPX does not get stunned up here, though, and the aggression once again has been diffused. However, Helios found his way onto the backline on delay, but he is traded instantly by FPX.
And at the end of the day, this is FPX getting the Dragon for themselves. And they're able to protect this tower.
Whoa, flash from Xiaoma, looking for the root on the Double J. Getting a flash out of him as well, defending the turret to the very end. FPX not letting their structure go down.
You gotta love that, right? Using a flash to protect, using a flash for a potential play that 0711 can follow up. And look at the map, Fajol has been split pushing all this time.
Oh, Double J is back, but the Rift Herald has already made the crash. The dam is down, Riku. The flood is coming in.
And RRQ has to prepare for that, because once this is open, you know that 0711 is going to be planting these deep vision. He's going to tag along with Lei, going to tag along with the rest of the squad. I know! Like, look at the deep vision already. It's fresh from their pockets. Very healthy wards on that red buff. So RRQ, again, they got to be worried, because this is the time FPX can be aggressive and can go deep into their jungle.
And FPX is one of the few teams where normally we see teams play and make plans around, okay, this objective's coming out, how are we going to poise for this fight? FPX is one of the few teams, they'll look at a red buff or a blue buff and they'll say, all right, guys, game plan, huddle.
Okay, what do we do?
Okay, you're going to approach this lane from the right side. You're going to come in through the bottom, push in this wave, crash it so that they have to either choose between red buff or tower. Yep. And we know that Chaz, he loves his buffs, so he's going to be like, guys, I really want this red buff, but the tower's getting destroyed. Yeah. But I really want this red buff, guys. No, please. No. It's the jungle mentality. Yes. And it's like, I feel it as someone that plays a lot of jungle and mains jungle, and if I see the tower going down, I'm like, we don't need that tower, right?
It's one of those things, Rafa, where they do not only corner you in the map, but they corner you mentally. It's like you're paralyzed. Like, what do we do? What do we choose?
The walls are closing in.
Exactly, and that's the scary part about FPX, right? We're talking about not only their 5v5s, but their decision-making in the game is so fast that you have to think quick and match them as well.
Such awesome power from FPX. It's what makes them so fierce. A fierce phoenix, looking to soar and burn everything in sight.
Woo! I love that.
Boom.
Boom.
Bam.
Double J though. I thought he was gonna be in trouble. I got distracted a little bit by two things.
It was boom and bam.
Yeah,
it was boom and bam. See, we always got to find ways to bring TJ back into the broadcast.
Oh.
Shout outs to the homeboy.
Shoutouts to my bestie.
FPX getting ready for this Baron. They are threatening it.
Package is up, yep.
The Fog of War giving FPX an unofficial 6-man and creating pressure for RRQ. Chaz forced to face check it just in case because he has no idea. And it looks dire for RRQ, but Chaz had to do it because they had no idea if FPX were burning down the Baron or not, and FPX get to use that to their advantage, chasing Chaz all the way to the second tower. For RRQ, they are grateful that their jungler gets out alive, and you see Helios on the other side getting the turret down.
And all this time, imagine FPX invested all their resources from wards to ults to map control. They gave up map control bottom side, and all this time, Chaz still survives, having Death Stance, having Exocen tagging along constantly with the heals, with Stand United. It was worth it.
They gave everything to keep Chaz alive because they knew if the jungler's gone, that means the smite is gone. If the smite is gone, that Baron is gone.
Yep. Very, very tricky. And FPX planned this so well. On the other side of the spectrum, we've got FPX where they remove the dam, floods coming in, and that is FPX looking into aggressive plays in the jungle of RRQ. And that is expected. That is exactly what they said, what we said, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, FPX, they play the slow grind. They don't rush anything. They take meticulous steps, inching forward and forward, closer and closer to victory. And RRQ have to find those pockets where FPX, even no matter how efficient they are with their moves and rotations, there's always something that you can find. It may be difficult. It might be the 1% chance that FPX are slipping up, but RRQ always have to be ready, and that is the challenge against FPX.
Yeah, you can't really take a break just because Dragon isn't up.
Can't be caught slipping.
You cannot. Cannot. You gotta keep your guard up at all times. And right now, because this Dragon has spawned, it's back to FPX 5v5 again. RRQ, they gotta avoid this. Do they take this? Because again, FPX is scary.
All right, Chaz has Exocen on his back.
Yezi?
Oh, Helios is actually just going for the dive onto Yezi. Forces a Valkyrie here. We have a split fight. 2 mid laners in the mid lane. The rest, everyone engaging into the river. But 0711 finds Marky on the backside, unprotected, assassinates him, and that opens up the path for FunPlus Phoenix to find the remaining members of RRQ. Take them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gone.
It's the FPX 5v5s once more, Rafa. And look at them now. They're not only win that big 5v5, they're going to take more towers down. They're going to get more map control. And that is difficult because no map space for the big 1-3-1 that RRQ wants.
20 seconds. And they can do it. It's still 4 members.
Doable.
And Helios doesn't have the wave clear to be able to take him down. Okay. Wow, Helios is able to take out one onto Fado. Can he get it? But it's the Dragon's Rage from 0711. Finally sits Helios down, sends him back to the fountain. At the trade for the inhibitor, it is gone. And then Prime Gaming Ace comes in for FunPlus Phoenix.
Yeah, it was the very, very nice stasis by Xiaoma here to buy some time. You can tell Helios was just being very patient. He didn't have stasis himself, wanted that last auto attack, but no. The defense wasn't enough. Tower gone still in the mid lane, and the Ocean Drake's still alive, and we want to revert back to what we keep saying, Rafa. FPX, the best team fighting team here in Icons.
With this package available, even Lei just getting in the face, making sure, oh, and it's Exorcism that he finds over the wall.
Godlike! 0711 is just, it seems so effortless. The way that he uses the Lee Sin, it's just so scary. Now that he has Guardian Angel, he has Blade of the Ruined King, by the way, Rafa.
Dude,
Battle Lee Sin and survivability.
That is a Chad Lee Sin build if I've ever seen it. You know what? 0711 saw Long popping off on the Lee Sin in those fights, and he's like, all right, guys. Hey, coach, I need the Lee Sin.
Okay.
I gotta get the highlight plays. I need the casters. Talk about, whoa, they left the Baron, 1700 HP. Healing goes in. Oh, but it's still 0711 all day, every day, baby. He secures those, no matter how close it gets to 0. FunPlus Phoenix now cleaning up the remaining members of RRQ. A body slam to the face of Double J, sending him back to the fountain. Marky gets blasted to the sky. FunPlus Phoenix now on the hunt, looking for Helios once again. Helios is here, but I don't know if they can 2v5 this one. FPX, they have the Baron minions, and Helios is doing everything he can. He finds one on a Shadow Ball. Deathmark already used. He's outplaying it. He's pulling out the Shadow Clones. He's doing everything that he can, but it is still FunPlus Phoenix that pull through and take game 1.
And with dominant fashion in every single team fight, in every single objective take, FPX, as we look at their faces, it seems like, again, just as I quote Hell's Devil, it's just another day in the office.
Dude, I mean, they know this is not the end of the series. This is only the beginning. Best of 5.
And getting caught out by Lei, who had a really, really strong performance on Gragas.
Yeah, and I think Fado on the Fiora, just so solid. Again, constantly getting the vital mark, staying alive, hitting riposte in multiple different times where it felt very crucial to cancel out Devil J a lot of the time. Think about the laning phase that Devil J had. It was rough. They focused that top side of the map, which is when Helios started getting ahead. But then, as you pointed out, Helios started not fighting with the team as much, and so as much as he was ulting on someone across the map, the team loses the 4v4 on the other side, and that's what was happening.
Yeah.
And while I feel like that might be a valid strategy, maybe against another team, it's not against FPX. I feel like at this level,